Hello and welcome back. In the last episode we finished the last turret off, so we'll probably finish looting this base in this episode and then... I'm tempted to go into the direction of the factory, simply to, well, maybe take out a turret, take some fans, and maybe take a step inside and then continue towards our camp. But I will probably focus in the next episodes on expanding the vehicle. And like I promised last episode, we will this time try this. I don't know what can happen here, if you can die now. Because I imagine disassembling a plutonium generator is kind of hard. Is this what I believe it is? We got plutonium cells, a lot of electric scrap, and a mini reactor? You get a mini reactor? First of all, I don't believe that a character like this, like basically someone who cleaned, I don't want to say clean toilets before, but clean toilets the day before this, should be able to just disassemble a plutonium generator without like an incidence of apocalyptic, well, cataclysm, kind. I lost my train of thought, but I just noticed this and it kind of confused me. Apparently we get an effect from holding or quarterstaff with the right technique. Perception increased, dodging and damage. Or perception increases. Do you want to tell me that I found the one freaking combat style or the one actual use of perception in this version of the game? Really? I guess we will now try to raise... Well, we have two options. Finding another skill book with an actual useful combat skill, well, a more useful combat skill, or raising perception by like training archery or maybe rifles or marksmanship or something like that. I will think about that. So, we disassembled this plutonium generator without an incident, and we found plutonium cells, basically 2000 points of plutonium fuel units, whatever, a lot of electric trash, and this is well, this plays into my vehicle building plans a little bit better than I expected to, well, advance these plans, but okay, I will take it. A small portable plutonium reactor, handled with great care. This is a vehicle part. You can build this into a vehicle to propel it. We will take everything here, because in my book everything that is used to build a plutonium generator is totally fine to take. There's a lot of wax here, and there's a lot of metal scrap here. I won't need that. I was scared for a moment that I like missed something. Oh, I hit it with the staff. I almost killed it with the staff. It's cute if you don't have to throw bombs on it. I left the card somewhere in the forest here. There it is. Let's grab it and take another look on the map. We have to drop off stuff. We are deaf. Wait, are we permanently deaf? Oh no, we are not. Yeah, I totally forgot about that. We can take off our headgear. And, well, change our headgear, I guess. I, by the way, did not sort my clothing. I should probably relayer in between episodes. I don't believe a lot of people care to see me relayer my clothing. It's pretty annoying. I don't really... Well, I understand the basics, and I probably understand enough to not worry too much about it, but I don't really like that mechanic, like that you have to relayer your clothing. I mean, it kind of makes sense, but it's also super annoying, at least to me. And it only makes like marginal... Oh, it makes only like a really tiny amount of difference. Apparently, the night just got very dark. I'm confused. Oh, I guess... Oh yes. This is probably why the light in the turret area was fucked up. It was a very bright night. So I guess that played into the turret's visual range. That would explain some things, because the two tiles behind what is it called? Behind the normal visual range of the turrets. I believe I have an example here. Yes. White. Yes, this is basically like the other turrets. It's a different kind of turret, but hey. In the last episode, the moon probably shined so bright that it maybe have changed some things, but I can basically explain it again. Yes, it doesn't take long, and it probably will clean up a mess. In the last episode, the moon it will explain a little bit more. In the last episode, the moon shined really bright, so we had an increased visual range. As you can see here, it is still the same, even with a very dark night, that some of the dark squares are bright. And it is still the same with cloudy and shady. But with a dark night, you can be absolutely certain that dark means there is some light, and very dark dark always means there's some light. Very dark is the absolute bottom. But you can be certain that dark probably means enough light to be seen. Very dark is an always safe square. But like I said, that does only help you if the night is dark. If a moon shines bright, the two tiles between you and shady, like basically rural, is the safest always. No, vision sucks. That's terrible. Let's quickly shift all our stuff up. I will basically just use the move all key. And yes, our tools are also on that stash, but I will basically... I don't believe we need anything from here right now. No. So I will drop the rest of the stuff. I will drop the pipe bombs here because I don't need them. Sewing kit, this headgear. I will keep the food and the drink. The mini reactor can stay here. Seeing that mini reactor makes me weirdly happy. I did disassemble those reactors with other characters, like previously in other versions, and I did never get anything close to this cool. But normally, well, I would wait until a, well, late game-ish character, because I was never sure if like I explode or something. And well, let's say the amount of late game characters I found a military outpost with and actually bothered to look into it was limited. Let's sleep because we are tired, and I believe we will spend the next day just probably looting some stuff, maybe constructing some furniture down here, because I really would like to construct a bed. Not for any particular reason other than I hate to sleep on the ground, but you know what I mean. I believe beds actually help you stay comfortable and warm, but I may be mistaken, and normally a blanket and a pillow is sufficient, but hey. Actually sleep quite a long time. So, next day, maybe build furniture, maybe disassembling some cars. And in fact, I believe the military vehicle with the diesel tanks might not be a bad target. First of all, we might want to have the fuel for pipe bombs. Second of all, we need frames and other materials to build our car. I was previously tempted to use wooden frames, because we can build them with ropes and 2x4s, which we have plenty of, and well, they would be lighter, and I previously thought, why not build the car or the vehicle out of light frames and propel them with a foot crank. Now with the mini reactor that might have changed, but now that I think about it, the mini reactor is all great, but we will still need plutonium cells to fuel it, and I don't remember off the top of my head how many we found. But we finish sleeping. We will drink lemonade, and that's actually all we need. How many? I like the Sprite. It's just a mini reactor, because why not? We found... where is it? 4 plutonium cells. I will actually move them to like here, just so they are separated from the rest. So this might be capable of propelling our car for quite a while, but I may want to have an emergency... oh, sorry, I believe I hit my microphone. I am an emergency vehicle. Engine. Maybe some fuel, maybe some solar or something. There is a solar car down south. Yes, we will build some sort of solar plutonium hybrid abomination. Maybe I will rename the vehicle into Abomination, but we will see. It will look like one, but maybe I won't tell it into its face, just in case it decides to like explode in mine. Let's begin checking what we need for bed. I won't probably build one in this episode, but at some point, actually, if we plan to make a... you know what? Scrap that. If we plan to build a bigger vehicle, I won't care about a bed, because I will just build a bed into the vehicle. Even though that would... well, that would include walls, and... well, let's see that later. So, how far is bulky? Bulky needs to be repaired, which would use duct tape, or well... it can't be done with duct tape, I forgot. Maybe it can still be done with duct tape. Maybe you had to apply the duct tape. I don't remember. A makeshift welder, a welder, or an integrated tool set. Yes, we will have to at some point find a welder. Oh yes, you can still repair some things with duct tape. Like the box, but apparently not this. Which makes sense, but hey. So what do we need? I would really like to remove this. Apparently we can repair it with 2 processor boards, but I don't want a security system. 1 more electronics. How far are we off from the next electronics? Far. Okay. Until we get our box back, that won't happen. So, how big and how do we want to make this vehicle? This is the centerpiece. Let's actually quickly plan it. I will probably just stand on the tile and tell you what I want on it. I want like here the outside wall, and here the outside wall with like basically, if you look in that, this sized indoor room, maybe. Yes, and then a little bit longer than the, what is this, armored personal carrier? Yes, armored personal carrier. And then maybe a second smaller room in the back as basically a trunk. So we will need a lot of frames. So I will disassemble that, and probably just to spare you that, because I will really just eat and remove part and so on. I will probably make a quick cut here, probably disassemble almost the entire, well, I don't believe we can disassemble everything, but everything I can whip out of here with my current skills, I will whip out. Which might actually be anything now that I think about it. We have 4 or 5 skill and we probably level up in the middle of this. Yes, I will quickly do that. Well, it will be a second for you, but this will take a while in real life. So I will make a cut here and see you in, well, in a magical car destroying second. Hello and welcome back. In between episodes, did disassemble a humongous chunk out of this van. As you can see, I disassembled most of the interior and a lot of the back part, but there were multiple things, well, making this necessary. First of all, we got attacked by a coyote. The northeastern coyote, a widespread canine pack hunter, more timid than a wolf. It is an opportunistic feeder and prefers to hunt smaller and weaker prey. You definitely choose the wrong target, boy. Second of all, we already got a lot of stuff. It took like 2 in-game days to get all of this. And yes, in between episodes, because I was really annoyed by the glare, made a cowboy head out of like 6 leather patches, so not a really big deal, but hey. And we got this, another annoying food effect. A lack of vitamin A in your diet will progressively worsen your vision. Great, isn't it? More stupid vitamin bullshit. Basically, the longer I play with this vitamin stuff, the more I feel the urgent need to explore as much as I can, until I find some sort of civilization with a pharmacy and just tons of multivitamin tablets. Oh, I did take a step into its direction. I will run quickly away and equip the quarter staff. It's a one hit. Yes, you definitely choose the wrong target. There is vitamin A in this. Not in this. And again not in this. So the offer basically offers us some well, vitamin A. Let's quickly cook this animal. I did not find any glass jars in between episodes, so it's kind of limited, the use of the meat, because we are full at the moment and we still have, well, we don't have anything left. I cooked a little bit of water and put it in a gallon jug, like basically rainwater, which we already got 11 more plus the 4 we already had. I plan to make more funnels later, but actually no, we won't make this in this episode, because I basically don't want to make any more normal funnels, but I want to make like metal funnels. But the metal funnel requires a welder or makeshift welder. So basically we want to go back to our previous base and look up what we need for a welder. Actually, now that I think about that, Under the Hood offers us some recipes. Does it have... It offers us the recipe for folding bicycle, storage batteries, which will be useful, bottle jacks, which I might need for the car. No, unfortunately, although, it offers us the recipe for makeshift welder, and we can probably install that on a vehicle. Let's quickly read. Makeshift jack. I will... an ember carrier. I believe with this we can basically use this like a lighter, but we use tinder as constant fuel or something like that. I'm not that interested at the moment, but okay. Makeshift. There's actually a lot of makeshift stuff we can do with like the wilderness mod. Oh, this is really easy apparently. If you read that, we only need 3 heating elements, and we might have that downstairs. What is this? Makua Huitel? Okay, some sort of wooden club. We also don't have a pot up here. We only have a pot down in our other camp. So maybe a makeshift pot from 1 sheet metal. And what else did we need again? 3 heating elements. There are no heating elements here. Would make kind of sense that there are no heating elements in the scrap from a, well, reactor, but hey. 1, 2, 3. So we should now be able to make a makeshift welder. Yes. Only needs a hammering tool. Seems kind of easy, but hey, who am I to complain? And a makeshift pot. Should have probably looked into those makeshift recipes earlier. Pretty easy apparently. A makeshift welder without charges and a makeshift pot. I mean, a makeshift pot is not strictly necessary because you can use like empty tin cans, but hey, better to have it than not to have it, I guess. Maybe it will allow some cooking later on. Slingshot cannon? I don't want to know, do I? I don't want to know that right now. I would get way too sidetracked if I like get into heavy like artillery, I guess. If you want to call it that. What did I go back for? Cooking food, I remember now. But I got kind of sidetracked by the makeshift welder. Let's quickly grab some wood. Grab like everything, and I will just drop it upstairs so I don't have to walk down every time. Because I am apparently out of paper and I don't have a book I want to rip apart. At least not at the moment. Maybe later. After I read like that US Weekly, I will definitely rip that into pieces. What can we actually cook? We can make cat food, so we could tame a cat. If it wouldn't be a complete waste of time, I would do that. Maybe I will do it anyway. But let's do the important stuff first. We want this for the vitamin A. And apparently I should have just grabbed a 2x4. We have so many. And I so don't care if we waste like wood. Simply so I don't have to light several fires. Do we want to boil the stomach? Yes, I will boil the stomach. It needs water. I will just use water. Oh, I will have to put a cut in here. My cat wants in again at random intervals, so see you in a second. And I'm back again. Where did I stop? Oh yes, cook. Probably something we have finished with the meat. Yes. It seems my cat can't decide today if it wants to stay inside this room or outside. I would prefer outside, but hey. I'm just a mere human. Who am I to decide that? How much space do we have in this? Like 3? I believe it's 15 per gallon jug. So let's make 3 more. Container this and consume 1. Let's actually look in that makeshift welder for a second. This crude welder has been fashioned from a bundle of copper wire, scrap metal, and complete disregard of personal safety. Okay. While it's not as efficient as a factory welder, it will serve in a pinch. The problem with this, we still don't have welder goggles. And we also don't have the recipe, I guess. And I don't believe you... No, because normally you need some sort of eye protection if you can quickly find something that uses the welder. Yes, tool with glare protection of 2 or more. I believe you can search actually after used properties. Search preferences for blah blah blah, search tools, search components, search qualities, search skills. Q doppelpunkt glare. What does this do? I don't believe this did the right thing. I'm not 100% familiar with this search function. It says examples. Q. That's a double point, whatever. No, doesn't seem to do this. Am I doing this wrong? Is it this? Oh yes, capital Q. We can do this. We can make sunglasses with 1 glare protection, or we can make wielding goggles from duct tape, a normal pair of glasses, well, a normal pair of ski goggles, swim goggles, safety glasses or sunglasses, and a spray can. So that's probably even more out of reach than a normal pair of welding goggles, simply found in some other sort of, well, settlement. So I might continue. I will quickly check something, and depending on the outcome, I will decide what to do in the next episode. I won't grab a frame. I will install a frame here. Can I do that, or will it prompt me a diamond frame? Whatever. I believe we need a frame. We need a welder for frame installment. Yes. So we will adventure onwards in the next episode, searching for a frame. Searching for how's it called? Welding goggles, batteries, or some sort of thing that allows us to basically how's it called? Build a, well, mobile welder on a vehicle. And I'm basically disassembling while talking. I basically did this for like 2 in-game days. Just disassembling stuff. Basically I will end the episode once we reach mechanics level 5. And yes, it takes a while to like remove a frame, like an hour in-game. We reached mechanics level 5. So I will end this episode here, and in the next episode we will probably run off into one direction and search first of all for vitamin A and, well, welding goggles, stuff like that. So civilization, I would guess. Nevertheless, goodbye and have a wonderful day.